Woo! What's up? Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. How's the phrase go? Once again, it's on. Once again, it's on. It's your boy Carcino here. Ah, want to give a shout out to people in the Stream Lab. Jeremy, you did it again. Jeremy Royster, thank you for your Streamlab donations. Nicholas Jacobs, I see you. You did your thing. J Biz, you leading the way right now with the most. Tony251, I see you. Booyah. Lee, I see you. Dallas Man, Mr. Keith, Karan, I see you. Soak the Great, Buddha Black, thank all of you. Now, let's get into why we're here. 50 Cent, Irv Gotti once again butting each other's heads. And this is the reason why. Irv Gotti can't keep his damn mouth shut. Irv Gotti couldn't help but to run his mouth about something he had in place or was working on. And because of the fact he couldn't keep his mouth shut, it has put him in a situation in which now he's working against himself. He was working on a silver screen story that he wanted to tell about New York figure, alleged gangster Kenneth Supreme McGriff. And now, here's the problem with that. Now, the problem ain't going to come from the edge of being on, with McGriff actually being in there and doing, serving a lifetime sentence. I don't think he'll have a problem getting permission from Supreme to do this movie. But I think he would have problems dealing with stories such as 50 Cent, which is a very large part of the nostalgia of the nefarious New York situation that happened between Supreme and Fifth, and how they didn't like each other after they didn't like each other. So that was a bit of a problem. Now, here's the situation. Supreme was sentenced to life back in about 10 years ago, right? And after a jury found him guilty of, all type of stuff, there are plenty of rumors start circulating that, you know, he did other stuff. And they trying to, pin a lot of stuff on him just to write it off their books. Now, the feds were also investigating Murder Inc. with Ja Rule based on this conspiracy thing that they were working on. Like, he influenced Irv Gotti to fund his 2003 movie Crime Partners from what they call the Kenyatta series. Investigators was started to look at seeing what Supreme may or may not have been doing and what doors was he knocking on. And eventually raided the office of Murder Inc. and brought those guys in and tried to bring them in concert with Mr. Supreme in the situation, which they were found not guilty because they really had nothing on them altogether. They hadn't done anything wrong. But it just didn't matter at that point. But it's a lot of different situations went down, as far as building the brand of Murder Inc. as he's trying to build everything back up using growing up hip hop and, all these other things that he got going on, like Tales, trying to find a way to bring things back up. And after bragging so much and smiling ear to ear because things are going right, and he started talking about a Supreme Team movie is in the works. And that's what he said on the Outlaws radio show on Growing Up Hip Hop. He said that Supreme Team movie is in the works with a surprising star already attached. And after listing off all the TV shows with other projects that they already had greenlit, Irv added that the movie took the collection of things that they got going on. And this movie is coming to the silver screen. And Jamie Foxx is committed to play Preem. 50 Cent caught wind of it because he went out and gave too much information early. Have Irv just shut up and got the thing done, and they started filming it in the process. When you already got Jamie, you got the money, you got everything rolling, then you can start opening your mouth and talking about that. That was a hush hush project that he just blew up because he opened his mouth. And because he opened his big mouth, Fifth was like, oh no, not as long as I'm alive. 50 was like, man, that is not even up at the studio. Stop using Jamie's name. I talked to him already. You can effing forget about it, bucko. Y'all not even from Southside. Get the F out of here. I'm doing that story with Bimmy as stars. Get your weight up. Now, this has been a different type of thing. These two are never going to like each other. They're never going to get along. People need to stop trying to force it. This is a very personal thing between these two. And it's a sad part because they never had to beef with one another. But Irv Gotti and his ego gets in the way. I keep telling you, he's his own worst enemy. Nobody else. Nobody holds Irv back like Irv Gotti. Now, if Irv just shut up, none of this would be happening. But he had to give up that tidbit because he's feeling himself. He got a lot of good things happening. So he's like, well, I got all this good stuff happening. Let me just go on ahead and open my mouth. And now all that work they've been doing to try to bring that together is going to be brought down very easily. Because Fifth is in position and film and television to make sure that doesn't happen. And what's weird is he might be able to get his out before you can get yours out. I know that's going to sting. But that's the reality of it. So don't forget, people. If you like everything you heard here, don't forget to subscribe to the page. Hit that notification button. Let people know you're here. You know, our super chat is in the description box, so make sure you hit that up. And as always, you can hit up the Cash App. The name is Carcino on the Cash App. You can always do that. And yeah, that's about it, right? So I'm done. It's been a pleasure serving you. Carcino's out.